25 Best PS1 Arcade Racing Games. Number 25. Circuit Breakers. The graphics in Circuit Breakers are decent, but don't stand out in any way. Having over 30 tracks is a nice touch, but most of the tracks are pretty dull. All in all, Circuit Breakers is a flawed clone of a flawed game. It might hold the attention of a young child, but that's about it. Number 24. Hot Wheels Turbo Racing. It's a shame that many will underestimate Hot Wheels Turbo Racing just because it's got the toy car license attached to it. The driving is great and the stunt aspect of the game gives it a skateboard-like feel. It's definitely poised to become a sleeper hit. Number 23. Demolition Racer. If you've played Destruction Derby, you've played Demolition Racer. While Demolition Racer is a better game, it would have been nice to see a more realistic scoring system that took things like radiator shots and driver's side door hits into account. It's a solid, fun game, but it lacks any real originality. Number 22. NGEN Racing. NGEN Racing, at any rate, has it where it counts. It is a fully realized, innovative take on a genre constantly aching for fully realized, innovative concepts. While by no means a perfect product, NGEN does a good job of establishing an aspect of the racing genre that will obviously see many reinterpretations. Number 21. Disney/Pixar's Toy Story Racer. All in all, Toy Story Racer is a fine example of how a company can put a new twist on a familiar concept. It's no Crash Team Racing, but Toy Story Racer provides plenty of challenge for young and old alike. Number 20. Turbo Prop Racing. In the end, Turbo Prop Racing proves to be a worthy addition to any racing game fan's library, especially if you enjoyed the Wipeout series. It's not without flaws, but its better points are good enough to keep you playing from start to finish. Looney Tunes Racing. If you're looking for a racing game for kids, Looney Tunes Racing is a wise choice. The gameplay is simple, the difficulty is laughable, and the graphics are bright and fun. If you're a dedicated kart racing fan, Looney Tunes Racing doesn't offer anything that hasn't been done better many times before. Number 18. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. Perhaps the game's saving grace is its awesome array of Porsche memorabilia, doled out in equal amounts of FMV and actual drivable Porsches. For the Porsche fanatic, Porsche Unleashed is a worthy investment. It's just a real shame it didn't come on more powerful hardware, as the PlayStation hardware simply don't do justice to the game. Number 17. Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour. Magical Racing Tour on the surface may just seem like another Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing clone, and once you spend any amount of time with the game, you'll realize that it truly is one. However, with its awesome levels, characters, vehicles, shortcuts, items, and gameplay, Magical Racing Tour has more than enough style to make the game worthwhile. Number 16. Jet Moto 3. It's a brutal race through a ton of unforgiving courses applied in a futuristic setting, but it still manages to be a whole lot of fun, and you'll be playing through each course more than once. And the gameplay itself is sure to make you hope that one day you'll be seeing the Jet Moto Championship on your favorite sports network. Number 15. Championship Motocross featuring Ricky Carmichael. Championship Motocross featuring Ricky Carmichael, with its control, visuals and overall feel, is the best motocross game for the PlayStation. For fans of the sport, this is the one to get, although if you're not a fan of the sport, this title probably isn't going to make you one. Number 14. Micro Machines V3. Most players will pass this by because it just doesn't look that great, and the premise of racing little toy cars around a breakfast table just doesn't sound as exciting as something as Wipeout XL or F1. But those who play this will be rewarded with one of the most fun and addictive multiplayer games yet seen on PSX. Number 13. Rollcage. It's a futuristic racing game where you pick up weapon, shield and speed power-ups to help you race past or vex your competition. The main differences from the Wipeout series are that you're now piloting a four-wheeled vehicle that can drive on walls and ceilings, and the game isn't nearly as good. Number 12. Jet Moto. This game was the true start of the hoverbike racing games. It's got the tracks, the speed and the sound along with the decent control. Although there were a few places that could have used some tweaking, this game does live up to the amount of fun that it proclaims. Number 11. Rollcage Stage II. The game may not have the lasting appeal of Wipeout or Ridge Racer, but it has enough gameplay, eye candy and bonus secrets to put it near the top of what the PlayStation has to offer. If anything, it certainly delivers on the premise of 360-degree racing better than its predecessor did. Number 10. Speed Punks. In the end, Speed Punks is a quality go-kart racing game that offers more than enough variety to warrant yet another kart racing game purchase. If you're a fan of Crash Team Racing and have been looking for another fun 4-player racer, or if you have wondered if any of these kart games are any fun, Speed Punks won't disappoint. Number 9. Rage Racer. Rage Racer is a very good racing game, and anyone who even remotely enjoyed either of the first two Ridge Racer games will go crazy over it. Overall, it's got a lot of gameplay spread out over the two different tracks, and there are hours upon hours to be spent attempting to earn every single car. Number 8. Sled Storm. The challenge might be a little high, since you get only 3 lives to complete a championship. Fortunately, there's a nifty option to turn off automatic catch-up by computer racers, which evens the odds a bit. For any gamer looking for a uniquely fresh adrenaline rush, Sled Storm makes for one very worthy title. Number 7. Need for Speed High Stakes. All in all, Need for Speed High Stakes is a great driving game, but a few of the game's smaller problems keep it from being all that it could be. The inability to call for backup in two-player hot pursuit games is unforgivable and keeps the gameplay score from being even higher. Number 6. Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. In the end, NFS3 Hot Pursuit does what it wanted to do: create a fun arcade racing game that is challenging and offers plenty of modes to race. If you are a fan in arcade racing at all, you'll love the game. Number 5. Wipeout 3. Wipeout 3 should appeal to longtime fans of the series who are looking for a new challenge, and perhaps to folks who didn't find the licensed test of Gran Turismo too frustrating. It is, however, sure to turn off many new players because of its high level of difficulty. Number 4. Driver. Overall, Driver is a game that might be mediocre in its presentation, but more than makes up for it in its gameplay and concept. The best thing about Driver is the feeling you get when you're speeding away from the fuzz after smashing your way through a roadblock. It's the feeling of impending doom that makes playing Driver quite fun. Number 3. R4 Ridge Racer Type 4. Above all, R4 is incredibly fun to play. Unlocking the cars quickly becomes an obsession, and the Joy-Con adds a ton of depth to the game's control. Sure, you can play with a DualShock or even a standard controller, but the Joy-Con is definitely the way to play. Number 2. Crash Team Racing. Crash Team Racing may seem like just a Mario Kart clone, and with the exception of an additional mode or two and the superior track design, it is, but it's a great Mario Kart clone, and it succeeds where the likes of Mega Man, Bomberman, Diddy Kong, the Chocobo, and even Mario himself have failed. Number 1. Wipeout XL. Wipeout XL is probably the best futuristic racing game you can buy for the PlayStation. The graphics are absolutely gorgeous, with some of the best light sourcing and effects ever. The control is smooth, the gameplay is fast, and the music is just awesome. It's games like this that make you proud to be a PlayStation owner.